Here are the Smart Chicken Coop functions and features. The first feature is the Enter Tutorial. The user must press A to enter to tutorial mode. It shows how to execute the functions and features of the Smart Chicken Coop. The next is the Anti-Theft Security Alarm. The Smart Chicken Coop main door opens when the user enters a Coop password. Whenever the door is opened, the Smart Chicken Coop will send an SMS to the user or to the owner. When the coop is forcefully opened, the buzzer will beep loudly and an SMS will be sent to the owner. Next is the water and feed level checker. The water and feed level checker uses an ultrasonic sensor to measure the distance between the top of the container and the level of the water or feed. The user may check the level of the water and feed by pressing C on the keypad, and the system checks the water and feed at 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. The system will send an SMS to the owner when the level is 50% or below. The next function is the power outage notifier. When there is a power outage, the Smart Chicken Coop will rely on the backup power supply to send an SMS to the owner. The coop will remain locked until the power is back and the said functions of the Smart Chicken Coop will not work. The Smart Chicken Coop door. Smart Chicken Coop door is motor powered and it opens at 6 a.m. and closes at 7 p.m. If the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius high or higher, the door will automatically open. But the user may ignore the temperature and open or close the door by entering the override mode. And the Smart Chicken Coop door has limit switches that are used to turn off the DC motor. So those are the functions and features of the Smart Chicken Coop. Tutorial, anti-theft, water and feed level checker, power outage notifier, and the Smart Chicken Coop door. The first feature of the chicken coop to test is the tutorial mode. To enter the tutorial mode, press A. B will change the coop password. C will check the water and feed level. D will open or close the chicken coop door. Pound will activate the security alarm. And to unlock the door, the user must type in the password and press A. To turn on or off the beep, the user must type the password and press B. To override the chicken coop door, this means that we can open or close the door This means that we can open or close the chicken coop door and we can ignore the temperature input from the DHT11. To disable the alarm, the user must type in the password and press pound. Only disable alarm when cleaning the chicken coop. So that is for the tutorial mode. The first function is the security function. To open the main door, the user must type in the password and press A. 1234 is the default password. And the door should open. The user should close the door after 7 seconds because the system will remind the user to close the door by beeping. This is to make sure that the user will close the door. After opening the door, the user should receive a notification that the main door was opened. Next is the password incorrect function. If the user types in the password 4 consecutive times, incorrect password, the system should alarm and send an SMS to the user. This is the wrong password 4321 and 3 more tries to set off the alarm. Two more tries. And one more try, the user should receive an SMS and the chicken coop should sound the alarm. Chicken coop door, I mean the chicken coop was breached. Next is the change password feature. I will type in the correct password to reset the counter. To change the password, press B. The system will ask for the current password, which is 1234, and will ask for a new password. And the user should receive a notification that the password was changed. To simulate the breach detection of the smart chicken coop, I put this piece of plastic here to stop the solenoid lock from locking the door. And if I pull this, the door will open and the system will read breach detection. And the system will sound the alarm and the user should receive a notification saying that the chicken coop was breached. Chicken coop was breached. The next function of the smart chicken coop is the water and feed level checker. First, we will check the water and feed level. It is 61% and 39% for the feed. Adding 330 ml of water will increase our water level of 5%. This bottle is 330 ml, which means it is a 5% of the maximum capacity of our water container. And we have a chicken feed, which is a 500 grams, that will increase our feed level with 10%. So now we will add our feed and water to our containers. Now that we added the feed and the water, the level should increase. For the water should increase for around 5% and the feed should increase around 10%. So the water increased from 61% to 67% and the feed level increased from 39% to 50%. The feed and water level checker uses an HCSR04 or an ultrasonic sensor to measure the distance between the top of the container and the level of the feed or the water. Whenever the water or feed level is below 50%, an SMS will be sent to the user. The water level is at 83% and feed level is at 35%. The smart chicken coop door is powered by a DC motor and is controlled by two limit switches. The DC motor will stop if the door reaches the limit switch. And to activate the door, to open or close the door, the user must press D to open or close the door. And the user must receive an SMS that the chicken coop door was opened or was closed. Chicken coop door is opened. If it is closed, then the user will receive an SMS that the chicken coop door was closed. The smart chicken coop door is activated by a button by pressing this D, or is controlled by the DHT11 temperature sensor. When it reaches 30 degrees Celsius, the smart chicken coop door will automatically open. But the user can override that by typing in the password and pressing D. If you put the override mode into on, the smart chicken coop door will ignore the temperature and will only read and will only open or close the chicken coop door when the user presses D. The smart chicken coop door also opens or closes when it is 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. It opens in 6 a.m. and the smart chicken coop checks the feeder and the water for the chickens. Same when it is 7 p.m. The smart chicken coop door will close and the system will check for the water and feeder. The Smart Chicken Coop Power Outage Notifier. The Smart Chicken Coop will send an SMS to the user whenever a power outage has occurred. And to simulate the power outage, I will remove the power supply of this Smart Chicken Coop and the user should receive an SMS. And I will put the power back on to see if there is a message that the power is back. And that is the power outage notifier of the Smart Chicken Coop.